right, guys, so we're in the 4Runner, headed down to Street to Sand to do the Dyno Run. I just wanted to go over some initial impressions that I had of the Supercharger now that it's been installed for a couple weeks. So first, it's good. It is a lot better power. It makes the 4Runner a lot more lively around town, especially after adding my rear bumper. The total weight of my 4Runner now is about 6,000 pounds with me in it. So it definitely helps, but I don't think that it's the great that I was hoping for. It's good, but maybe not great. And I'm a little worried because Magnuson Supercharger on their website, it says it gives a 30% increase in horsepower and a 28% increase in torque. So those numbers are 81 horsepower and 78 torque. But then next to that, it also says that the rated numbers are 335 horsepower and 345 torque. So that's only actually 65 horsepower and 67 torque increase. So somewhere between 65 and 81, the numbers will probably lie there. I'm hoping it's close to 81, fingers crossed. If it's less than the 65, I think I'll be pretty disappointed, but we'll see. So we'll head down here, run the dyno, and I'll show you guys what the numbers are. All right, guys, here we are. All right, now that we watched the dyno, any guesses on what the numbers are? I'll throw the graph up here. It looks like there's about a 63 horsepower increase over stock with the Supercharger. So this is a little on the low end. It's not quite as impressive as I was hoping for, so I'm a little bit disappointed, especially for the cost of the Supercharger. So we'll get back to the garage and then we'll go over a few more things. Okay, so we're back in the garage. Let's go over a few things. So we all saw the numbers, 63 horsepower increase. It doesn't seem like a lot on paper. So the other thing is the cost of the Supercharger is pretty expensive. So on their website, if you look it up, it's $7,295. Plus about $600 in tax, you're looking at $7,895, which is no small amount of money. The other issue you're gonna have is if you get it installed by a shop. So it cost me $1,200 to get it installed. Now, the one good thing is Magnuson's manual is probably the best manual I've ever seen, so you could install it in your garage if you wanted to save the money. The other thing that kind of frustrates me is knowing pre-COVID, the Superchargers were $1,000 less. So just after COVID alone, they raised them $1,000, which was pretty significant, but the horsepower numbers didn't change. So one other thing to consider is horsepower numbers from Superchargers for like vehicles, say like the Jeep Wrangler, the Chevy Colorado, or even a Toyota Tacoma, all have about a 92 horsepower to a little over 100 horsepower increase on those engines, which make a better bang for its buck. The problem is the baseline Toyota engine for the 4Runner isn't a performance engine, so there's not a whole lot you can draw out of it. One other thing is the transmission didn't get tuned at all, so it's still the stock transmission trying to always go up to the gear to get the best fuel efficiency, when I would like it if it had like a sport mode and just stuck with the gear so you could really enjoy a little bit more of that power. So having said all of that, it makes it better driving on the road and off-road, and the acceleration's better. What more could you want? It makes the 4Runner better in every way except this and this. So if you're like me and just light money on fire, this was probably worth it to you. Now, comes down to the final question, would you do it again? I don't know If you don't mind lighting money on fire, then this is definitely for you, because this is the best power option for the 4Runner. If it matters to you to put that money elsewhere in other things like a bumper, winch, lights, whatever you want, then it'll probably be better to go for an intake, exhaust, and maybe try and find somebody who can do a tune. I don't regret it, even though it was crazy expensive. Probably have lost my mind a little bit, because like I said, it does make the 4Runner better in every way. I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button for me and the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.